Alright, so sorry about the camera angle right now, but I was inclined to post this. I know my last video was kind of wasn't so serious or nothing like that, but I guess the reason I started this whole recording myself thing is because sometimes I'm just working on a project and I want to just post about it, just because maybe you guys can learn something from it. But another time, on another side of things, I see people do some stupid shit every day, and whatever it is, man, I just have to post about it because that shit just blows my mind. So I just signed up recently for BJ's, the BJ's Club, not the Blowjobs Club, but the BJ's Wholesale Grocery Club. And so today was actually my first day going in there. I just had to grab my membership because I already signed up for them and whatnot. But I had parked, and I was just kind of checking out the parking lot and stuff like that. And they have some parking for like parents or moms or whatever, or people who have infants with them. Okay, I know a lot of parking lots have places for women who are currently pregnant and stuff like that. So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, oh man, here's another opportunity for assholes who don't have that, who don't qualify for that, to park there because it's the closest parking spot, and they're just simply just lazy bastards. I hate that stuff, man. I can't tell you how many times a week I see people who are parking in handicapped spots that, one, don't have a handicap a sticker, or two, that are not handicapped but have a sticker. And I'm not. I guess in some cases, maybe I judge someone who actually is handicapped, and I don't know. Maybe it's something I don't know. But most of the time that I see it, it's people like my age or a little bit older who are just absolutely lazy, whatever the case may be. And today I witnessed somebody, this like younger couple, they're probably like in their 30s, park in the area where it's if you have an infant with them. Now, I don't really care about people's business. I really don't go around or go out of my way to look at what people have going on, because I really, to be honest, I really don't give a shit. I mean, I'm trying to do what I got going on. But I remember noticing the sign, and then when I parked, I noticed, I was like, well, I'm just going to see. And I basically witnessed these people didn't have a baby with them. They didn't have an infant with them. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, well, maybe she's pregnant, so I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Man, this lady was not pregnant at all. And that just pisses me off, because if a new mom who's trying to get her shit together, whatever the situation is, or a parent is trying to get some groceries, and they got a kid with them, it's there for convenience. And these people literally just parked there because they knew it was convenient, and they parked there because they didn't have to walk as far to bring their groceries to their car. And that just pisses me off that people do that stuff, because there's people that actually need it. There's people that would actually be a convenience for, and for having an infant, that's kind of, I don't know, I guess it's one of the perks. And I guess the last couple weeks I've been noticing a lot of this shit, and I just had to do something about it. Mind you, I don't have any sympathy for these people, because I was in line getting my picking up my membership, and I waited in line just like a normal human being would do. And these people cut in line in front of everybody just to ask the people working there, oh, where's the coupon book? So immediately I feel like these people, one, they're lazy. So they take up these handicapped spot taker-uppers in these no infant having spot takers, whatever you call them. Not only that, but then they don't have the patience to wait in line to wait their turn to ask where the coupon books are or whatever. It's like, how ignorant do you have to be to feel like your life is above everybody else's, and you can just, cut. Like, the guy that was working with me was working on something for me. I'm not impatient, and I didn't say anything to them, but it's like, yo, you literally, my my transaction with that guy was like 5 minutes. They could have waited less than 5 minutes and had their answer, had their question. But no, they didn't want to wait because, they got important things to do. That's why they took up a parking spot that somebody else could have utilized. Now someone who comes in with an infant has to wait there, or has to park further away. And I'll be honest, the person with the infant probably doesn't see it as that big of a deal. They're probably like, yeah, whatever, I gotta walk a little bit further. But for lazy ass people like that take up those spots, that don't qualify to take up that spot, are just fucking lazy and ignorant people. So anyways, I didn't get a chance. I could have said something to them in the store, but I really try not to bring out conflict or anything like that. I'm a very passive type of person, but I will speak my mind in some instances. I was a new member to BJ's as of today, so I wasn't trying to cause some disruption in BJ's and get kicked out before I even get my membership card. That's some adult stuff right there. So anyways, I got back to my truck, I put my groceries in my truck, and I decided to write a letter. I just said, look, you basically just took up a spot that was for someone with infants only, okay? Not for if you have infants at home. First of all, these people probably strike me as someone who would just leave their kids at home. But A, you didn't have infants with you. B, I didn't put this in there, but the girl didn't look pregnant at all. I mean, most people who are expecting mothers, I guess I could say they would have they'd be a little bit more pregnant than this lady was. But man, it just really ticked me off. So anyways, I wrote a note and stuck it under their windshield wiper because I just don't have patience for people that do that stuff. I feel like as a person, as just an average person, I try to go out of my way to, I actually always have that stuff in the back of my mind, like, is this right, is this not right? And I feel like most people have that inclination, they have that feeling. Then there's those like few percentage of people that either they don't think about it or they just don't care because they're all about themselves. And I don't know, that's just stuff. It just makes me so mad to where if I were to actually say something to these people, I'd probably lose my cool on them because it's just so frustrating that it's like okay for people. It's like okay for them to do that. And I'll be honest, like, I've made mistakes in the past. I've done things in the past where, it was a mistake, and I kind of own up to it. That's not a mistake. There's a sign right in front of you that says, it's a big red sign with white lettering that says, basically customers, members with infants. And, I don't know. I just got a bad vibe from those people parking there and from actually being around them and seeing how they actually are in public, how they interact with other people. Just no smiles on their faces, just angry looking people. Not to mention, when I walked up to the car, I also noticed this dude had, because it was a guy and a girl, this guy was an Uber driver, or a Lyft driver. He also had a tag in his window for some like some royal something club. So this guy apparently is a member at a bunch of different clubs. So, just from my speculation, this guy believes he's probably the shit because, man, he's a member to all these clubs. He's got the BJ's Club. He's probably an old-ass member to Sam's Club that's closed down. That guy probably still goes to the old Sam's Club that's not even there anymore and parks in the damn handicap parking spot. That's probably how much shitty this guy is. But anyways, I'm just kind of going off on a rant. So I just had to get that off of my chest a little bit. Not to mention the other day, and I can honestly say that in this instance, this other story I'm about to tell you, it was probably half my fault, but half this lady just overreacting. So I don't normally smoke cigarettes, but the last couple weeks I have been, just because I want to. And I was at a gas station. You already see where this is going. I was at a gas station, and I wasn't smoking at the pump, but there was a lady ahead of me pumping her gas, and I was probably a good 15 feet, 20 feet away from her. So I wasn't near the pumps or anything. I wasn't smoking a cigarette while I was pumping gas or anything. And not to mention the wind was blowing in the opposite direction of where this lady was. So this lady looks at me and she goes, "Are you just going to smoke that cigarette right here when I'm pumping gas?" And I just told her, I was like, "I'm not anywhere near you. Like, I'm not even close to you." And she goes, "Yeah, well, it's blowing in my face." And I said, "Well, I don't know what to tell you, lady. Like, the wind's going that way. It's not even blowing in your face." But I was at the end of the cigarette anyway, so I dropped it off anyways. I tossed it. It was done. But the funny part is, this lady, she was struggling putting the nozzle into her car. She couldn't even fill up her gas on her minivan. The nozzle wouldn't fit into her gas tank. So in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, am I going to have that same problem? Well, no, I'm not, because I'm a normal human being and I know how to read. And this lady was putting the diesel gas nozzle into her van. So she puts it in there, it's not going in all the way. She starts pumping the gas, and there's fucking diesel gas going all over her leg, and all over her van, and all over the ground. And she's losing her mind, because she's like, what the fuck's going on? So she has an attendant come out and help her out, and he's like, oh, yeah, you're putting diesel in your van. So then she starts, so she has like, I mean, she probably didn't put too much in there, but she has diesel gas rolling around in her fucking minivan, which is probably going to trash the thing anyways. But she ended up figuring it out, and I kind of just saw that as a little bit of karma, I guess you could say. Whether it's from a situation where she was just yelling at me, or whether it's from some other time where she was yelling at somebody for no reason, but it was just funny. You know, it's almost on a weekly basis that I run into people that act like that. They just don't have their wits about them, and they want to start pushing shit on other people and yelling at other people and just being grouchy out in public, and they don't even have their own shit figured out. And I'm not saying if you do have your shit figured out that you should act like that, but it's just kind of, it just doesn't add up. If you don't have your shit together in your life and you're out there spouting off and trying to make other people's lives miserable, it's like, cut that out. We need positivity in this world. There's too much stuff going on nowadays, you know, that there's just other ways to live, man. If you're gonna go about your life and be all stressed out all the time, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it in this world, because people are figuring it out that, you know, you can't be so soft in the United States anymore. We used to be a very soft country, but now people are kind of waking up to the idea that, you know, we're not going to take shit from people. So that's my rant for the day. Normally, my last segment, I called this "Don't Do What Nick Does," but you know what? If you see somebody parking like that in the wrong spot, and you know for sure, A, they're not handicapped, or B, they don't have infants, or they're not a mother that's carrying, you know, call them out on that. Whether you say it to their face, I'm a bitch, so I'm not going to do that. But whether you say it to their face, whether you just leave a nice little note in there, letting them know that that's not cool, because it's not cool. Somebody else out there is losing out on that because those people decide to act like that. So that's all I got for today. I'm on my way home. I'm going to go do some homework and enjoy my BJ's membership. Picked up some nice groceries. So that's all I got. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hey, don't forget to comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Merch, link in description. I'm just kidding, I don't have any merch. But peace.